Basketball. How excited are you?
Oh, man, Kevin, on a scale of 1 to 10, can I go 20? I mean, we've been waiting for these games to start for months. The offseason seems endless, and there's always drama about player movement, who's going where, and expectation, but nothing better than getting that ball thrown up, and let's see these guys go at it.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Mark Williams is out there with Wembanyama. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's LaMelo Ball. And it's Okogie in at the shooting guard. Now here's Davis. A jump hook. And off the front. And in it goes. Davis has got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Bucks. Ball against James. Wembanyama, a screen on Giannis. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Bucks. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
Here's Okogie following the basket by LeBron James. That one drops for him.
Oh, that jumper so pure. Gilgeous-Alexander with great confidence.
Ball against Lillard. Pass to Giannis. Puts up a deep three. Rebound by Williams. For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rejection by Giannis.
A bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
Lillard, bounce pass. Giannis with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots. And it's Lillard missing.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Ball is screen on Antetokounmpo. Pass to Ball. 6 to shoot. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
SGA doesn't rely on the 3 to get his points, but man, when it's following, watch out.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. That's good from Antetokounmpo. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively. But how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Getting a perspective on the offensive tendencies here since the All-Star break, we've got a breakdown showing the average three-point attempts versus two-point shot attempts per game since the midway point of the season for Charlotte.
And they have been feasting from long range, shooting with volume and accuracy. It's been a good recipe for them offensively, and boy, it puts a lot of pressure on opposing defenses to try and cover all that space.
Here's Wembanyama. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Pass to Okogie. Clock at 6. Puts it up. Can't nail the jumper. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Three-pointer, Lillard knocks down the three ball.
How many times do we see Lillard just change the face of the game from downtown?
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass the ball. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
Revenge. Alexander coming right back for 3 of his own.
Antetokounmpo passes to James. Giannis sets a screen for LeBron. Rebound by Okogie.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And it's sent back by Lopez.
Well, Lopez has size and great instincts. That makes him a threat to knock shots away like that.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
And he makes the first. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Lillard. The 19-foot shot, and he buries them one, drilling the rim on the way down. Lillard's got his second bucket tonight. Here's a Kobe, covered by Lillard. Williams, a screen on Lillard. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander over Giannis. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bucks ahead. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the court for the Hornets, we've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Wembanyama's out there with Williams. Then there's LaMelo Ball. And it's Okogie in at the 2.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
James with the bucket.
And making it look easy. LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Wembanyama high post. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The NBA scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the offseason in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And money from the stripe. SGA could close his eyes and knock that down.
Lillard outside. Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. And here is LeBron. LeBron is doubled. Kicks it out to Lillard. Puts it up for Davis. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Okogie. Here's Wembanyama. The rebound by the Bucks. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Lillard outside. From deep, Giannis. Rebound by Williams. The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Pass to Okogie. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go. He's 5 of 12 on the night. And it's Davis with the ball for the Bucks. Trailing by 2. Lopez against Ball. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Back to Lopez. Williams comes with a double team. From deep, Antetokounmpo. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Super confident stroke from Giannis. He's hitting those things. It could be lights out.
Hornets shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Run for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar, and these guys have been contenders ever since.
Here's LeBron after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be.
Timeout, timeout.
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Anthony Davis. Coming off a terrific season. Put up about 24 points per, 12 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. 5 points in the game.
Giannis continuing to look for the mid-range, showing his confidence.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Antetokounmpo. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Okogie. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one drops for him. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 3 now for the Hornets.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
James in the post. The shot will not fall. The Hornets have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. And Banyama outside. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the 3 off target. Now Lillard. Giannis fires the 3. The rebound by LaMelo Ball. Charlotte leading by 3. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Hornets have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw. With 1 on the clock, the shot misses. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Hornets. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Brooke. Where is this team right now?
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And guys, I want to talk for a sec about the talent level in this league. In fact, I'd say it's never been better.
You sure about that, Ernie? I sense Shaq getting restless over there.
Hey, my mistake, big fella. Someone put crazy talk on the teleprompter. I was just, going along with it for giggles.
I'm not giggling, Ernie.
Come on, try it. Come on. I bet I can make you giggle. Come on.
Ernie, I'm ticklish. I don't want to worry about
Come on. And now looking at the Hornets, a very close game so far.
Despite being the visitor, they've been in control. They've got an edge to their game. That can quiet a hostile crowd, Shaq.
Yeah, boos from the stands can be a motivator.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
And the way he goes at defending, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
And the Hornets with possession here. They lead by 4. They've got LeBron James. Antetokounmpo is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Davis in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And James pulls it down. Ball against Lillard. Pass to Davis. Now, Antetokounmpo. The Bucks working the ball around. Outside, Davis. And Lillard kicks to LeBron. 4 on the shot. Can't complete the alley-oop. Hornets leading by 4. Here's Okogie. The kick out to Ball. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Ball's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Hornets. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Back to Giannis. Pass to Lopez. 3-pointer. Rebound by Okogie.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Wembanyama. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Ball with a wide open look. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Ball's got 5.
So often LaMelo is the setup man. There, he's on the finishing end.
One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And we see a chart here for the shooting performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, he has turned in a complete offensive performance so far, and he isn't through yet. I mean, you have to admire the work rate he's put in to get open on every trip. Even when he isn't the one scoring, he is affecting the defense as they have to gravitate towards him.
Now here's Lopez. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Lopez. He had a strong showing last season. Last season, put up about 12 points per game. Almost 2.5 blocks and 5 rebounds. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
Now here's Ball. 5 points in the game. Wembanyama outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he can extend the lead to double digits. Bucks trail by 9. Lillard outside. Shoots from 12. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. He's got 7.
Usually Lillard does damage from way outside, but he can get to the mid-range and score some buckets.
Pass to Okogie. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Great look, but off the mark.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Now here's Davis. Here's LeBron. Off target with the jump hook.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Wembanyama outside. The kick out to Ball. Hits it from three-point range. Ball's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hornets.
And Ball continues to show he can drain threes. The defense must adjust or he is going to keep doing damage.
Here's Giannis. Losing his size. Giannis.
Well, here's the problem. He's shooting the lights out, but they're still behind. They need another guy to step up.
Pass to Okogie. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 22 points.
This is what Gilgeous-Alexander does. He attacks you relentlessly.
Lillard, bounce pass. The shot. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 22 points for him. Pass to Okogie. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, good with the triple.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide-open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. After Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go, Wembanyama gets the bucket.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Giannis against Gilgeous-Alexander. Davis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Wembanyama. You can't hit that time. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Hornets lead by 8. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Setting the floor for the Hornets. All out there with Wembanyama. Then it's Mark Williams. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Okogie in at the 2-guard. Lillard with the bucket.
No matter the situation, you know Lillard is going to show up in the box score. One of the best scorers I've seen.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Okogie. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Open jump shot off the mark.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. Hornets leading by 6. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Okogie. From the arc. Rebound, Milwaukee. Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Lillard. To the inside. Ball against LeBron. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Superb D from Gilgeous-Alexander, using his length to wipe away the shot.
Back to Ball. Oh, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on LeBron James. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hornets?
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the three ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
And there's been another bonus to what's happened with them tonight, and that's the offensive rebounding. They're boxing out, they're getting up extra shots. It could be a difference maker in the result.
Now, here's Ball. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line.
And what LaMelo does on the floor, Ball is one of the most difficult guys to guard in the league.
The first one falls. Ball hits them both.
Taken third overall in 2020, LaMelo Ball is a unique player. Like his brother Lonzo, very tall at the point at 6'6", and he'd much rather pass it than shoot it.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds in the game. Ball, the pass to Okogie. Back to Ball. Wide open. Yep, that one goes in there. Ball's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hornets.
And I love Ball's awareness. When the mid-range J is available, he is more than happy to take it.
There's the lob at the Kumbo. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Ball. And he can't bank that one in. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Giannis against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, not only being just an all-around more improved player, Giannis has taken some huge strides in terms of building his body up.
There's 1:54 left in the game. Charlotte leading by 9. Here's Okogie. Williams, a screen on Lillard. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Giannis with some nice D.
He's not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Here's James. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Did you see LeBron just shrug off that contact there? It's like nothing even hit him.
Personal foul. Free throw, no good for LeBron. Charlotte's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Outside, Ball. Shoots over James. Charlotte no good that time either.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Lillard misses. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Charlotte. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Wembanyama outside. The size, the shooting touch. Wembanyama is unreal.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Hornets.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this victory will draw them even in the season series as it comes to a close.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First personal. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
Defensively, you have to stay as connected as you possibly can with Damian Lillard. He's just too good with the ball. That leads to a foul.
Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Now here's Williams. Pass the ball. Shot clock at 5. Wembanyama gets the bucket. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that about wraps it up. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Their fans are ready, and if this shot from earlier is any indication, the match Thursday night, the best night of the week for NBA basketball. Nothing quite like the first game of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
Well, you know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. They've got Stephen Curry. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Draymond Green, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard position. It's stolen by Curry. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Curry. Wembanyama, screen on Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Davis. Antetokounmpo, pass to Davis. On the take. Over Wembanyama, and that one hits the back iron.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I go back to him in that area on the floor.
Back to Curry. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over James. Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
Wembanyama, the open look. Plenty of room to knock down that one.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama, 7'4". Skill. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled.
Now here's Butler. Over Irving. No good. A bit long that time. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. And no surprise, Steph Curry was the topic of conversation on how they'll defend Steph. Coach laughed. Is there a way? I mean, this guy is not just a shooter. Steph's ball handling, his passing, it's what makes him an all-time great. It's always a pleasure to watch Steph Curry, and we get another chance to tonight. Guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Butler. And here's Curry for 3. Lively grabs the miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
The floater, and that one's good. James has got 5 points.
Soft touch on the floater from James. It's impressive how well he can adjust his mechanics to almost any situation.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Wembanyama. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Wembanyama's got his second basket of the night. Antetokounmpo against Butler. James, a screen on Butler. Now, here is James. He's got 5. Stolen by Wembanyama. Irving against Curry. Pass to Wembanyama. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Curry from deep three-point land. From beyond the arc and then some.
That's not even a deep three for Curry. That's just pretty much his range at this point in his career.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. With this pause, a check on the stats to show you which teams led the league in assists last year. The Warriors, 4th.
Ball movement was one of the keys to what they did last season. Every squad talks about teamwork. These guys backed it up.
Don't want to let them get into a rhythm from out there.
1:19 left in the first quarter of the game. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, Golden State.
Yeah, total focus from Shea there. Ready to go off the feed.
And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 2. James, outside. Off target from outside. The Warriors have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Dallas has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. And it's Irving missing. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Antetokounmpo finds James. Back to Antetokounmpo. Over Butler. Again, the miss by Dallas.
And he's very confident from that range.
So, at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Warriors ahead, up. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
They've got James. Kyrie Irving out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Lively in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Remember when people were questioning whether the Warriors were truly a dynasty, RJ?
I do, and that was erased for good with that championship run in 2022. I still think that is Steph's most important championship. That title cemented them as one of the all-time great teams of the last 50 years.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. All alone. Nice jump shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the night.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands this team wants him to be aggressive on offense. Love watching him go to work.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Irving. Antetokounmpo against Butler. Oh, it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Impeccable defense from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, wow. Oh, man, LeBron James getting acrobatic, putting on a show. I see you, big fella.
And how about our AT&T 5G slam cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie.
Sweet-looking jumper from the mid-range. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander just making it look easy.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Now let's have a look at who was really dominating the boards last season. In the third spot, Anthony Davis.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. And James launches it from deep. Rebounded by Butler.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Easy money for Stephen Curry. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
James, a screen on Butler. 6 to shoot. Antetokounmpo, pass to James. Fires, top of the key. Another shot. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility and an 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away. Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. Outside Butler. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Green with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Irving. Some solid defense from Butler. The Warriors lead by 5. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
James, outside. And the 3 off target. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. From the line. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Pass to Lively. And here's Irving. Down low. Davis down low. He's covered by Curry. Davis hits.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Outside Curry. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Lively's got his 6th rebound on the night. James passes to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Davis. James with the ball. Outside for Irving. The shot's good on the assist by James. Irving's got 6 points. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The Warriors ahead. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half court.
Looking at Dallas, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone starts out undefeated. It is a hopeful time of year for everybody. All right, getting back to this game now and the sensational play from Victor Wembanyama.
He is out.
Thanks for joining us.
halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. 2-point game. Kicking off the second half. Here's Steve Kerr's 5. They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Jimmy Butler out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Green in at the 5.
The way that Curry reads the floor, he could get double-digit assists on any night if he wanted to.
James from distance. Easy work.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Curry. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. They pin that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shai in the league. He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Curry against Irving. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Irving. Lots of room. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Irving's got 8 points.
This is Irving's mentality. He understands that he is out there to shoot and shoot often, especially off the catch.
Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Basket's good.
Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
James passes to Irving. And a miss there on the triple.
Their first miss since the break. Still, I like how they've come out so far.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
Davis with it, now guarded by Curry. Davis, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Lively with it. This one for 3. He's off on that one. Curry against Lively. Oh, Curry, what a tough finish.
Sometimes there's just no stopping Curry. He's just too skilled.
Mavericks trail by 3. James, right side. Outside for Irving. He takes it in. That one falls. Irving's gotten 4 this quarter.
So light on his feet. Kyrie can get around the defense on the drive.
Outside Wembanyama. Antetokounmpo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside for Wembanyama. Pass to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Curry. 3-pointer. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got 7 rebounds in the game.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Back to James. The 3-ball. Tries again. Whoa! Can't out-muscle Davis inside.
It's so hard trying to keep Davis off the glass. He's just so big, so strong, and has the athleticism.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Antetokounmpo. Inside. Here's Butler. And it's Butler with the jam. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that room.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
James passes to Antetokounmpo. Now here's Lively. Pass to James. James double teamed. There's Davis with the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Davis has got 9 points.
And offensively, it appears they've hit their stride.
Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Curry. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Shea hitting the three.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Here's James. He's got 10. Shot clock at 5. From 20 feet. Davis misses.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Irving. With 1 on the clock. And no good. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Golden State, hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be right back with you shortly. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
What a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We got Davis. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's James, and it's Lively in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocked loose. James with a steal. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Rebounded by Butler.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Curry. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's covered by Curry. Antetokounmpo, the pass to James. Now Lively. Antetokounmpo, left side. Clock at 4. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Davis from long range. It's rebounded by Golden State. Wembanyama's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Curry. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Green, a screen. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
And I like seeing Green go up for that flush, showing how powerful he can be.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. Coach delivering an inspiring message to his team saying, quote, "Hey, we can win this game. Believe in yourselves. Battle to the end." Honestly, guys, even I was a bit pumped up after hearing this one.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Again, the miss by Dallas.
And he got a couple to fall from long distance in the first half, but still looking for that number 3.
Wembanyama, pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets it to go off the front iron. And now it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Antetokounmpo against Butler. Puts it up from 12. Oh, Giannis working inside.
And Giannis has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
Pass to Curry. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Well, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Butler against Antetokounmpo. Giannis to the cup.
Let me tell you, on the drive, Giannis is trouble. He takes it right into the defense and gets fouled in the act.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off the arc tonight.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo.
The resume Giannis has built already is impressive, and he's nowhere close to being done adding to it.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving. And here's Curry for 3. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got 8 rebounds in the game. LeBron, attack mode. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Curry. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Hits a three-pointer. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points in the quarter.
Outside, inside, in between, it doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Against contact. Giannis stays strong.
And he is just showing off right now. I mean, he's giving you leadership. Giannis just takes pride in stepping up and hitting those big shots.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Lively grabs the miss. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Trailing by 5. No one covering.
And we have seen Irving bury huge shots before. Man, does he love having the spotlight on him.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Green. Curry finds some space.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. 53 seconds left in the final quarter. Lively with a screen on Butler. Antetokounmpo for three. Left side Davis. Off target from three-point range. And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander double team. Butler up top. He's guarded by Irving. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Third personal foul. Second team foul. Draymond Green.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
He knows how important it is converting at the line and building up his lead.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Four seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Dallas, no good that time either. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul. Draymond Green. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. We are live. It's a Thursday. Important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
Now, Golden State's starting five. We've got Green. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Curry in at the 2 spot. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And it's the Warriors' ball. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
And I just love how Butler uses that pick and roll. Whatever the defense gives him, he takes.
And really, Stan, Victor Wembanyama has a chance to be one of those paradigm-shifting players. Don't you agree?
Oh, no doubt, Kevin. First of all, there are not going to be very many 7'4" guys come along and then come with the skills that he has on a court, the length, his mobility, how fluid he is. It's unprecedented.
Now here's Curry. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And one thing about Draymond, he almost invites contact. And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
James against Gilgeous-Alexander. James, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Now here's Curry after LeBron James's miss. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Pass to James. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And making it look easy, LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Curry kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Wembanyama with it. The three-pointer, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. James. Pass to Messi. Jones sets the pick for Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to LeBron. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. LeBron's got his second bucket of the night.
Dangerous from the perimeter. LeBron is definitely a threat from that corner.
Here's Curry. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Stan, you know this. Every team wants those 3-and-D wing types. This Pelicans team is loaded with them.
Yeah, Kevin, they love those type of guys. Long, athletic guys who can defend, and they either come in being able to shoot the three, or they develop them into three-point shooters, and it shows in the numbers. Last year, they were 4th in three-point percentage, 7th in defensive rating. Those are key metrics.
Now we have a chance. Let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. The Pelicans 4th.
Well, last season, what stood out about this team was their three-point shooting. They shot a very high percentage from distance.
Butler against James. There's 1:40 left here in the opening quarter. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And that's now 7 points for LeBron. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Green, the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Green, and he comes up with the deuce.
And that IQ of Green, just sizing up defenses and making the right read in that pick and roll.
LeBron with a screen on Curry. James looking it over. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And such a physical player inside. LeBron doesn't fear contact on the way up.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. And here's Gilgeous Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Launches a three. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Pelicans. He notched 8 points. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, you can bet their coach is encouraging them to keep up the extra effort. It's more than paying off.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Draymond Green is out there with Wembanyama. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Butler. And it's Gilgeous Alexander in at the wall.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Breaks since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
So, Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better. Bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And from the line a season ago, 73%.
First free throw is good.
And hadn't had great success at the line, but Green certainly works on his game from there.
Both free throws good from Green. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
And now look at Victor Wembanyama here. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 21 points per game, over 3.5 blocks and 10 rebounds. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
Yeah, when a shot is missed, he has got great instincts for where the ball is going.
Defensive foul. Victor Wembanyama.
So, Stan, I'm looking at this Pelicans roster. They've done a great job building through trades, signing kids off the street, and acquiring talent.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Kevin, that anyone's done a better job of putting together a roster so deep and talented. And as you said, they've done it in so many ways. Draft, trade, undrafted guys. Just a tremendous job.
Really something. Now, here's Gilgeous Alexander. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
James against Wembanyama. Right side, Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. And the shot goes down.
Tried to get in there using his height. Murphy working through the defense.
James against Gilgeous-Alexander. Curry gets to Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. The Pelicans trail. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Outside, Jones. Pass to Antetokounmpo. There's the triple. Antetokounmpo stretching the floor with the 3.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to happen.
James finds Antetokounmpo. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They trail by 1. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Curry. Wow! Curry automatic from deep.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
LeBron against Butler. Giannis' screen on Butler. Lets the 3 fly. The Warriors pull it in.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
The inside game of Stephen Curry.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
For Antetokounmpo. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season put up about 30 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Well, this staff loves coaching him, and his teammates love playing with him. He's just an unselfish guy who makes everyone around him better.
Butler against LeBron. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Big time slam, Giannis! Oh my!
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
Outside Curry. They kick it out to Green. Back to Curry from outside the arc. Another 3 for Golden State.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Wembanyama with the rebound.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
And it's Butler missing. Pelicans trail by 5. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Puts up a deep 3. The shot comes out. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. It's time now to go courtside as we set. Thanks so much, David. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Who will get the edge in the second half, Shaq?
Whoever's more loose coming out the locker room, you have to be flexible in the second half. You got to make adjustments.
And looking back at the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the New Orleans Pelicans. Thanks for joining us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
We've got Antetokounmpo. Trey Murphy is out there with James. Then it's Jones. And it's Messi in at the 5 down low. So that's the group. Oh, wow, what a quick move inside.
That is incredible.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Butler dishes to Curry. Wembanyama, a screen on Jones. To the middle, the kick outside to Butler. Curry against Jones. Fires for 3. Pelicans with the rebound.
There's some defense for someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is. You need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Just his first attempt. And he overshot that one, missing. Warriors leading by 3. Coach, only 2 players have led the NBA in blocks as a rookie. Manute Bol and our favorite, Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively, not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
Taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Tito Turkoglu was a big part of what we did in Orlando, was a most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Warriors leading by 4. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 6 points for him. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Curry, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And how about that little subtle head fake by Curry? Defense too aggressive that time.
The Warriors have shot 75% of the line tonight, going 3 for 4. So he gets them both.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
LeBron outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And now a chance to look at Jimmy Butler. Last season, he played outstanding. He put up about 20 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And with the ball in his hands, he is an outstanding distributor.
Well, he is so unselfish. That's why guys love playing alongside him.
Gilgeous-Alexander against LeBron. Curry passes to Butler. Wembanyama sets a screen for Butler. Nails it from deep. Jimmy Butler.
You gotta be impressed with Jimmy's play off pick and roll action. He's so skilled at creating this shot.
LeBron outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to LeBron. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Jones, no luck. Warriors leading by 7. Butler dishes to Curry. .114 left to play here in the third. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And now a chance to take a look at the numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. Coming off a terrific season, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And looking back at his #2 steal rate, yeah, he did gamble a little bit, you're right. But he also played some hard-nosed on-ball defense, and that was key. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of. If you don't want your pocket picked, here are last season's steals leaders. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is second.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Fades and shoots. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
And you can see the growing confidence that Giannis has in that mid-range.
Gilgeous-Alexander against LeBron. 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Over James. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. And we've reached the end of the third. Warriors lead by 5. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, mega beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guard. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Green, and it's Butler in at the 3. Gilgeous-Alexander against LeBron. A 3 from Wembanyama. Oh, drew the foul. Almost hit the three-point bucket. Where they'll go to the line to shoot 3. Kick goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And he nails the third.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Now LeBron. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Offensive rebound. Here's Messi. Jones looking for an opening. Moves back up. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Warriors leading by 6. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Curry on the wing. Over Jones. Curry can't get it to go.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
James wide open. James making it look easy from deep.
Showing some range. LeBron more than capable of hurting you
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wembanyama. Pass to Butler. Back to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Pelicans trail by 5. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Outside, James. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Outside, Jones. Offline with his 3.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
That's to Curry from deep three-point territory. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 5th assist in this one. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Guys, here's what Willie Green was doing in reviewing the plan with his team. Now, he's not pleased with the perimeter game on both sides of the ball. He told us, guys, we aren't working hard enough out there. We need to shut down the perimeter on defense, and on offense, we have to focus from good to great. Guys?
Thanks, David.
2 minutes.
Green, the screen.
2 minutes.
Inside. The putback. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Gilgeous-Alexander against Jones. On his left side. The baseline check. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by New Orleans. 1:12 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Powers through inside. Giannis.
And a big-time playmaker when the game is up for grabs. Give the rock to Giannis.
Gilgeous-Alexander against LeBron. Looking to get back on track here. And Gilgeous-Alexander with the nice bucket inside. And the Warriors lead by 8.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Pass to Messi. Back to Giannis. The kick out to LeBron. Outside, Jones. Got it. Oh, and that puts the lead to just 5.
This really speaks to Jones' mental toughness, that he's able to get the big bucket when they need it.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line for the Warriors, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good, going 1-2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kevin.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That shot is off. And an intentional foul right there.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for the Warriors, Wembanyama. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jones for 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. So we see the Warriors get the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Draymond, one of the cliches of basketball is that the ball finds energy. When teammates are making shots, does that give you more energy?
Oh, yeah, it does. You know, when we're in the flow, the ball's just moving around. It allows me to play make, and then I just try to find an open gap and take the shots where they are.
Man, it was really flowing tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you for that, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Stephen Curry.